Hello everyone, this is Vinod Kumar Singh in front of you. I am going to present a new chapter from economics, the story of village Palampur. Our learning objectives are: the purpose of the story is to introduce some basic concept relating to the production process, and we will discuss this through a hypothetical village story, that is Palampur village. So let's begin. Now we are going to discuss about activities in village Palampur. So as you know, in any village, what is the main activity? Definitely it is farming. The main activity of the village Palampur is farming. Most of the villages have the same activity, farming as the major activity. Other activities, if we discuss here, the other activities we have the small scale manufacturing industries like good making industry, you can see here jaggery or gur making industry. Next it is dairy farming, you can see here, and the other like transport, honeybee. These like activities are performed here. Okay, so these are the other activities. Now we will be knowing little more about Palampur, means how is that village, how much developed, how much underdeveloped, that you decide after the study. But we are going to discuss it here. Now, you see the first point, it is mentioned that Palampur is well connected with the neighboring villages and towns. So here the concrete made road is there, and this road is connecting to the other neighboring villages and towns also. So it means the connectivity, transport connectivity is good here. Next, if we see, so next it is houses have electricity connection. The most of the houses have here electricity connection. They are using this electricity for running the tube wells to irrigate their fields. They are using this industry to run small businesses also. In this village Palampur, there are two primary schools and one high school. Means education wise also it is developed one, because here education facility has been provided. Government run primary health care center is also available, where the small diseases can be cured. Now we are going to discuss here about organization of production. So what is production? In production, we are producing some goods or services. So here the aim of production is to produce goods and services. Now for the production of any good or service, we require factors of production. So yes, we are going to discuss here about the factors of production, which are the main factors which definitely require for organization of any production process. So first is land here. Land and other natural resources such as water, forest and minerals. So these are the factors which are definitely required for any production activity. Like you see here, agricultural activity has been being done here. So for agricultural activity, we require land, we require water to supply, we require some other goods, other things also we require. Okay, then the next comes, it is labor. So labor we can classify into two categories. You see, like without human hand, without human as a resource, no activity can be performed, or we cannot convert any resource into usable one. So we are required human as a resource. So here human as a labor has been classified, and human labor means labor can be classified into two categories. One is skilled and the other is unskilled. In the skilled, what people are coming, so that you can see in the picture, it is very clear who are those. These are the educated one, these are the skilled one, these are the trained one. Means they all are able to run any enterprise also. Okay, so here these you can see, among them who are they? So they are doctors, engineers, lawyers, professors. Okay, so these are skilled one. स्किल्ड मीनिंग जिनके पास ट्रेनिंग है, जिन्होंने कोई डिप्लोमा ट्रेनिंग वगैरह कर रखी है, हाउ टू ऑपरेट द थिंग्स, लाइक डॉक्टर knows how to cure the diseases, like engineer knows how to construct the building in the right way. So these are the things the skilled person knows. Now we'll talk about unskilled. So unskilled, in that the laborers comes, daily wage laborers comes. These are doing the hard labor to perform some activity in the helping of different activities or in the helping of different production process. Next factor of production is physical capital. Physical capital, we can divide this physical capital into two categories. What are the two categories of physical capital? One is the fixed capital, other is the working capital. What are the fixed capital? You see, fixed capital are costly. Fixed capital are high valued. Okay, so these are the fixed capital. Like, what are the examples we can take here? Tools, machinery, buildings. These are the fixed capital. So here I brought to you different pictures. Through the picture it is clear, plant and machinery means some industry. Okay, next is building or land, it can be. The other one, computer devices or machinery. So these can be the fixed capital. Okay, next can be, next classification is here, that is working capital. In working capital, what can be there? In working capital, raw material and money in hand. Yani ki, the money which is in the bank account, the money which you have in your pocket, that money, and the raw material. So for any industry, if we talk about any like textile industry, so cotton is a raw material. If we talk about any plywood industry, so wood is the raw material, or the some slices of wood has been prepared to prepare the plywood. Okay, so those all things are raw material. Okay, but if we talk about fixed capital in the same industry like plywood industry, तो plywood industry में जो machinery installed है, that is fixed capital. But जो वहाँ पे लकड़ी है, जो wood है, and the cut pieces are there which will be used in the process of making plywood. Okay, so that will be the raw material. And the money in hand means, you see that money is required for making payments. अब आपके यहाँ जैसे कोई लोग काम कर रहे हैं, कोई जॉब कर रहे हैं, सर्विस कर रहे हैं, तो डेफिनेटली यू हैव टू गिव देम payment. Okay, so for that sake money is required to purchase raw material or to purchase other things. We are required working capital as money. Okay, so these are required, we are calling it working capital. Now next is human capital. Yeah, it is very necessary, important factor for the production process. Okay, so who are human capital? Actually all human resources are not human capital. Human resource, any person, any human being can be a human resource, because that person, that ability of the person can be utilized in the process of production. But who is human capital? Human capital is the person who is producing something, who is engaged in the production process. That is the human capital. Like the person who knows or who have the knowledge to use these all factors of production. Which all these factors of production? So those are the land, labor and physical capital. So land, labor, physical capital, land, labor and physical capital, इन तीनों का इस्तेमाल करना है to put all these three into the process of production and finally produce something, or to run some business opportunity, to run some enterprise. This is what known as human capital. So all these four factors are definitely required for the process of production. Next, we are going to discuss about the condition of farming. Again, we are coming to the hypothetical village, Palampur. So we are going to discuss about farming in Palampur. So as you know, in present time, it is not of the past that a lot of land everywhere available. So land can be taken by or grabbed by anybody, so that like not this time, the present time the land is fixed, and it cannot the size of the land cannot be increased. Okay, you can purchase new land but you cannot produce the land. Okay, so size of the land cannot be increased, so land is fixed. So everywhere it is, not only in Palampur, in your village also the land is fixed. Your land cannot be increased. 75% of the people in Palampur village, they are dependent on farming. There are some farmers, and those farmers are doing some are the farmers who are doing the farm laborer work on the others one, as the land has already been used for cultivation, तो land उनके पास कम ही है. There are some people who are the small farmers, तो छोटे किसान हैं, they have the small land, so they are working on the others field. Okay, there is no possibility of increasing the production by adding more land. So what can be done? Look, the population is day by day increasing, and we have to meet the demand of the increasing population. And what is that demand? The demand of food, the demand of increasing demand of food grains. So how the demand can be completed? So this is what you have understood here कि land size is fixed, तो that cannot be increased. अगर देखिए land का size increase कर लिया जाए, तो we can have more area for agriculture, so definitely we can increase the production on the field. So what can we do? So the next question comes, ways to increase production on the same piece of land. एक उसी जमीन पे हम कैसे और ज़्यादा production कर सकते हैं? So what the method we can use? What the way we can use? The way can be modern farming methods. We can start doing modern farming methods. Here a lot of pictures here are there in front of you. So what can we do? We can use the tractor. We can use the seed drills also. We can use harrows. So scientifically designed and modern type of equipment these are, which we can use in the process of production on the land. Here you can see the submersible or tube well is there. Okay, and this is run by solar system, so it is economic, it is eco-friendly also. You can see it is run by the solar system, so it is eco-friendly, and you can use the solar energy for the running of tube wells, and the water supply can be done. So this is what the modern method. In this way you can reduce, by using this you can reduce your cost also. Here you have the HYV seeds. HYV seeds are definitely in present day very important if we want more production on the same piece of land. So HYV seeds we can use. Why? What are these HYV seeds? These are the high yielding variety seeds. मतलब क्या है कि ये ऐसे बीज हैं जो जेनेटिकली मॉडिफाइड हैं. जैसे कि एक सीड जो हमारे घर पे रखा हुआ है, गेहूं हमारे घर पे रखा हुआ है, तो ट्रेडिशनली फार्मर्स क्या करते थे कि दे वर यूजिंग द सेम सीड, जो खाने के लिए रखा हुआ है वही सेम सीड उन्होंने अपने खेतों में बोने के लिए यूज कर लिया. सो दोज सीड्स आर नॉट गिविंग गुड हार्वेस्ट, बट the seeds which are HYV seeds, okay, high yielding variety seeds, because these are genetically modified. ये diseases से खुद लड़ाई लड़ सकते हैं, इनके अंदर इतनी जो है protection और stamina develop कर दिया था इन seeds के अंदर, so they can fight with the different type of diseases also, and these are giving high yield. Okay, next is here irrigation methods. So we can adopt a variety of irrigation methods. Earlier you see there was enough dependency on the monsoon. People were depending upon monsoon. Monsoon will be good, the crop will be good. Monsoon is bad, the crop will be bad. But here what can we do? We can adopt the modern farming methods, in that we can use the sprinkler irrigation. This method also we can use. In this method we can save water also. Okay, and give the proper irrigation to the field. Okay, extra water supply we can avoid. We can use the fertilizers also, chemical fertilizers we can use, and we can use the insecticides or herbicides, so those we can also use here. Okay, And next we can use what those are, like it is organic type of fertilizer, organic fertilizer it is. So organic fertilizer even much better for the crops. Next, what can we do? We can grow our crop by using the method that is multiple cropping or intercropping, known as multiple cropping, intercropping, that you need to understand here. Actually multiple cropping is that where the multi crops are grown. Multi word means बहुत, जब कई हो जाते हैं मतलब एक से ज्यादा, तो दो हो जाएं या दो से ज्यादा हो जाएं, तो टू और मोर, when two or more crops are grown together, so we are calling it multiple cropping, or intercropping also we are calling it. तो multiple cropping and intercropping, these are the same words. अब इसमें देखिए करना क्या होता है, इसमें जो है हमने लेयर वाइज हमने जो है क्रॉप ग्रो करने होते हैं, वन लेयर and the other layer of different crops. So in this way we are growing the crop. And what is the scientific reason behind this? The scientific reason is this, कि one crop we are choosing that is of good height. So here you can see this crop is of good height and the other crop is of small height. So this is, in this way, one crop which is growing at the height and the other crop which is growing at the lower height, those both of these two crops will get enough space. In the picture also it is clear, they will get the enough space and you not need to grow the crops very close also. If suppose these higher height crops you are growing very close to each another, then they will not grow better, so your field is also wasting. So in that way what you can do here, like one strip of height crop and the other strip of small heighted crop, that you can grow, and in this way we can grow more from the same piece of land. So multiple cropping, it can be an option to increase the output from the same land. Next we know about green revolution. Green revolution, it was started in 1960s, it was introduced in 1960s. So green revolution, what was actually, so we need to discuss it here. Green revolution, in that farmers were asked to use the high yielding variety seeds. What are these high yielding variety seeds? Already discussion has been done. These are genetically modified seeds which are giving more output from the same field. Okay, so this green revolution has been adopted by Indian government. Actually it was seen that India had to import a lot of grain to complete the demand of food grains, and we became food deficit after the division of country India into India and Pakistan. So we require we require more grains to complete the demand of food, and we have seen the starvation also in our country. तो अब हमारे सामने ये प्रॉब्लम कंटिन्यूअसली बनी हुई थी. So what our government has decided, that we are going to start a green revolution. That was what, to increase the production of wheat and rice in our field. So what has been done? So there some changes has been brought, and those changes were technical changes, technology related changes. So we are calling technological changes, and the other one the institutional changes. Okay, so different changes have been made. So एक HYV जो seeds हैं, these are the capable of producing more quantity grains from the same field. Next is green revolution was first, for your information, it was first introduced in Punjab, Haryana and Western UP. And the result of this green revolution was that from a deficit nation, ग्रेन डेफिसिट नेशन मीन्स हमारे पास ग्रेन की कमी थी, देयर वाज शॉर्टेज ऑफ फूड, एंड देन आफ्टर वी बिकेम द फूड सिक्योरिटी, मीन्स फूड वी हैव सिक्योर्ड फॉर ऑल बाय यूजिंग दिस ग्रीन रेवोल्यूशन. So not only this, in this green revolution time, is many institutional change has also been made. Different banks for providing loans to the agricultural person has been also set up, and more and more loan facility has been provided to the people on the easy uh, terms and condition. So that all has been done, so that farmer must feel ease out and they could engage in the process of production. Now we will be discussing here the traditional methods of farming and modern methods of farming. So what are the difference here in traditional and modern methods of farming? So traditional method, in these methods we can find the outdated technology and outdated seeds, these are used. Outdated technology was used, but here the new scientific technology methods are being used. Next you can see here, these are time consuming. The traditional one, these are time consuming, and these are providing low production. The modern methods are quick, they are faster, they are giving more yield, higher yield they are providing. The next is traditional seeds are being used. Already I discussed with you the seeds which we are keeping at home, those for eating purpose, those seeds we are using for sowing in the field. HYV seeds are used in the modern methods of farming. So in this way we can produce more. Farmers here in traditional methods are depending upon monsoon, but the farmers here in modern, using modern methods, they are using tube wells, they are using jet pumps, they are using some other devices for uh, cultivation of land. Next question comes, actually we have discussed also that we are keep using the fertilizers, insecticides, pesticides, these are all chemicals, and these chemicals are hazardous also for our soil fertility. So the natural soil fertility is keep on weakening and weakening, and the time will come that our land will be unable to produce any grain from the same piece of land. Okay, so this is what the problem we are facing, and we will face definitely in future if we are not changing ourselves, we are not changing our methods of production. So the question is that only कि will the land sustain. So sustain meaning क्या, land जिंदा रहेगी क्या, land जो survive कर पाएगी क्या, land की soil fertility, natural fertility will maintain. तो ये question mark है, and definitely ये this all is becoming a problem in coming future, and it is hazardous also, if we are keep eating the natural these chemical which are used in the crop to produce, okay, on the land to, it is given to produce the crop. So these all chemical will be becoming a problem for us in future, because we are taking all these grains, okay, consuming all these grains. Next you see, it is again environment, against to the environment, and what is that? Continuous use of underground water. So we are using the underground water, this is again decreasing the water table, okay. And as you know, in present time many hand pumps are stopped working, they are not working now. Tube wells even also stopped working at many places. The jet pumps has been used, the water table has been gone to very depth this time. So we are not getting on the upper layers of soil, we are not getting water, we have to drill very deep. So this is all becoming a problem. In future it will cause drought for the nation or drought for different areas, okay. So we have to deal with all these situations. How? You must know. We can adopt the sustainable farming methods. So what are these sustainable farming methods? In place of using chemical fertilizers, what can we use? We can use the organic manure we can use. In place of using tube well water and flooding the land, what we can do, we can use the sprinkler irrigation. It will use less water, and it will supply water to more area in less quantity of water being used. And if we want more lesser use of water and better results, so we can use the drip irrigation. Definitely the cost of this, we have to incur the cost of installation this all system, but once we install, then the further cost will reduce, because this like drip irrigation even we can use in some semi desert area where the soil is not very good and water seeps down in the soil very quickly, बहुत जल्दी पानी सोख जाता है और ऊपर की लेयर में पानी नहीं बचता. In those areas also drip irrigation is very good. So we can use this drip irrigation method. You can see the channels of pipeline has been given here, and in between there are some pores जहाँ से जो है पानी ड्रॉप करके जहाँ से पानी निकलता रहता है. So it is giving to that particular place only water where it is required. So this is what the benefit of drip irrigation. If we are not wasting the water, we are not flooding the land, and very less quantity of water is required which we can supply to our field. Okay, and in this way you can see in this picture a drop water is given to the plant and it is growing good. Here, one more method we can adopt to sustain our soil, to sustain our land, कि हमारा जो land की fertility है that should maintain. So what can we do? Here you can see, we will be taking you from the poor condition of growing crop to the best condition of growing crop on the same piece of land. So here you see, the field will become poor if we are growing the same crop again and again. Here it is given year 2, year 3, year 4, and here the crops, you see the crops are same, the corn and corn. So same crop is grown all continuous years. So definitely the soil will be keep on consuming the same elements from the soil, and in this way the soil will become lack of those elements or lack of those nutrition. As you see, simply a very simple example, like if you eat every day, you eat only papaya, so some vitamin A may are completely full in your body, but you are not taking the other like citrus fruits and other, so you are suffering from the disease which is caused by the lack of vitamin C. Okay, so such like problem, simply those like situation comes for the land also. Land will be exhausted by these all things here. Okay, but here you see it will be called fair if we are using little change we are doing. Like once we have, first year we have grown corn, then other year we have grown soybean, then other year again corn, then other year again soybean. So it will be fair condition of a land. If we want little better condition, then we are changing more crops. You see here, in first year we have grown corn, other year we have grown wheat, the other year soybean, then other year corn, then other year wheat, then other year soybean. In this way we are growing, then it will be a better condition for the land. If we want more better condition, so we should not change, we should not bring very close change. So we have to change the crop in year after year we have to change the crop, and we should not repeat the crop. So here you see the best condition, corn is grown, then after wheat, then soybean, then alfalfa, means a variety of crop we should grow. Let the soil get some relaxed time, so that it will be, if one type of elements are taken, the other type of elements will be remaining in the soil. Okay, so this is what we require to do. It is called crop rotation. Thank you so much. Thank you for watching the video. Models popping bottles.